happy morning to you. So today we are talking about Shibnobi. Now, Shibnobi came across from a poll that we do every single day on this channel, asking the community, what token do you want us to cover next? And Shibnobi won. They beat out Raka, Rich Quack, Affin, and a whole bunch of others in the comments. So in this video, if you're a subscriber to the channel, you know. But if you don't know, my name's Ryan. This is no autopilot. And in essence, what I try and do is as deep and thorough research into these meme coins and up-and-coming tokens as I can, okay? And oftentimes, I feel like sharing this deep research in a coherent manner on YouTube is a little challenging at times. So I may ramble, I may say and ah, I may pause. Just hang with me, okay? Last thing before we dive in, I did just create a Patreon. So if you appreciate this content and you want to go ahead and support the channel in a monetary way, take a look. Link is in the description. One thing I'm going to be doing through here is if you have a token that you want me to cover on this video or on this channel, if you are a Patreon, I'm absolutely going to be prioritizing those requests above the community polls that we've been doing. So if you're burning for me to review your token, just hit me up on Patreon and we can go from there. So Shibnobi, you guys already know I'm smiling, and if I'm smiling, you know it's gonna be a good one. Let me pull up my notes here. You're gonna see my head bouncing around. I got a whole screen over here with a bunch of notes on it. Oh, hold on. Lawyers want me to say, disclaimer, this is not financial advice. I'm just some idiot on the internet who likes making crypto content. Before you invest in anything, do your own research and probably don't trust me 100%, even though I try and be a pretty nice guy. So, Shibnobi, high level, it's the Shinja token. And in essence, they're aiming to revolutionize DeFi by building their own Kusari blockchain, creating a multi-chain swap called Doja Swap that'll bridge Ethereum, Binance, Kronos, and Polygon. And in addition to that, they are also developing a wallet called the Katana Wallet and the Dojoverse, which is a virtual reality metaverse. So they got a lot going on. Let's dive into these a little bit deeper. So for the Dojo Swap, in essence, the need or the problem they're trying to solve is that a lot of the DeFi tools aren't very user-friendly, especially for newer folks to crypto. It's easy to get confused, get lost, get taken advantage of. And so the Doja Swap, kind of similar to Shiba Inu, it sounds like, is going to be a way to go ahead and address that. As for the Kusari blockchain, they went ahead and they created a hard fork off of Ethereum that allow them to have faster transactions and quicker speeds. One thing that's curious about that is I'd be interested to know from a security standpoint what's lost in kind of doing that hard fork, but that's above my knowledge. If someone else knows, feel free to shout it out in the comment section down below. They also mentioned the virtual reality. So they're going to create a dojo disc, and from there, players, participants will be able to live life in the Shibnobi style, find directories of other establishments and other discs to go ahead and visit within the Dojoverse. And then finally, the Katana Wallet, which will support two-factor authentication to provide a secure manner to go ahead and access your wallet. So, right off the bat, pretty cool. One thing I did not like, and it's not going to show up here because I'm in incognito, but when I very first pulled up this site, MetaMask opened up asking me to go ahead and enter in my password right away. And I'm like, look, okay, you're going to have to take me to dinner first before you go ahead and get me to enter in my MetaMask password on the pop-up on your website. Just letting you know. So, Shibnobi team, if you're listening, tad aggressive. Now, I'm kind of liking Shibnobi, okay? I'm still figuring out how to go ahead and evaluate meme tokens because it isn't like a typical cryptocurrency where you can look at the innovation, the utility, all those different things. It's more about the community, and a lot of it's about marketing. And so I don't just want to shrug off these types of projects, because there are ones that go ahead and they just blow up and make a ton of money for the folks who believed in them. But at the same time, I also don't want to fall victim to scams and promote scams on this channel, when really I'm trying to avoid that. If you watch any of my prior videos, I supported SafeMoon. I lost a couple grand in it, and it kind of burnt me towards meme coins, okay? So anyways, with all that said, I'm going to try and give you as much information as I can about this, and hopefully we can make a somewhat wise decision at the end of it. Now, one thing I liked right off the freaking bat, was the transparency that's on this website. And I'll have the links down in the description down below if you want to go ahead and jump into this and look at it yourself. But they went ahead and they had a brand audit report put together. I'm assuming they paid a decent amount of money for this. And they went ahead and they talked about the current state of Shibnobi, some of the challenges from a perception standpoint from their users that's holding them back from growing, and what their action plans are to go ahead and address those. And I've never seen this before. I've never seen this stuff before. I don't know any other meme token or other that's kind of put this type of stuff together. So they kind of won me with that. I love it. I love this type of data, this type of information. So in this report, they went ahead and they talked about how LP rewards, reflections, the money that's going to be diverted to marketing efforts can be changed at any point in time, and how they could probably go ahead and communicate that in a more simple and straightforward way to the community, which to me it seems pretty straightforward on the website, so maybe this is prior to that update. They also go ahead and they talk about some of the challenges with meme coins, where you'll see that they have a massive supply of tokens. And part of that is the psychological piece of it, where you and me as an investor, when we buy some with $5 here, $10 there, $20 there, we want to feel like we're getting a whole bunch of tokens. So if that sucker goes to a penny or something, like, we're millionaires, right? We're driving around in Lambos racing each other and stuff. But on the other side of it, if there's just so many tokens, then it's kind of difficult to move the needle and get things to actually pump. So I thought it was cool that they just spoke about that challenge openly. I haven't seen any other project do that. They also go ahead and they mention how they can control some burns. So it looks like back in December for Christmas, they went ahead and burnt about 24 ETH worth of Shibnobi. So that's pretty darn cool. And then again, they go on and on throughout this thing talking about transparency on the token. Hold up, quick pause for a comment. Crypto Morocco, what's up, man? Good to see you again. Not familiar with this one. Thanks for covering. Is it on Ethereum or BSC? So it's on Ethereum. The original plan was actually go ahead and build it on Ethereum, Binance Smart Chain, and Polygon, and then bridge them all together. But as we go ahead and we dive into the video, I'm just switching this over here a little bit. I don't want people seeing my stream info. As we go ahead and dive deeper into the video, we'll see that they actually changed that plan. And now they're focusing on token listings, because that's what the community wanted. That's where the community wanted the protocol to go. So anyhow, this is super cool. This is super, super cool. Now, you know, one of my big check marks when we look at these types of projects is the leadership team doxed? Because I'm not buying nothing if you're not brave enough to put your face behind it. And they're doxed. They're doxed. I went ahead, I clicked on all of these links. This pulls up Cliff's LinkedIn. He has a career in technology. All these Twitter pages go to their personal Twitter pages, not like a generic company Twitter page. And that's super cool. I also took all these images and I did a reverse image search to see if they just pulled off a Shutterstock like some other projects have. And they haven't. It seems like they're all legitimate people. The one thing that did stand out to me is Andre. Damn, Andre. You're a bit too handsome, man. I think you're AI generated. Look at that jawline. I don't know. It's making me feel uncomfortable. Let's see. How many is he? Another comment. Blessed and bold. What's up? How many zeros do you think we could drop this year? I think there's potential. I mean, I don't want to blow my whole review right now, but I like it. I like Shibnobi as a meme coin, as like one of the risky investments that you could do. Only invest what you're willing to lose. I think they have some potential in this space. Now, they went ahead and they did have some of the founding team go ahead and have their KYC information locked in an NFT, which is kind of new. I haven't heard of this before. And they did it through a company called KY Castle that provides verification services. So in essence, they validate the company founders and somehow lock it in an NFT, which is, on the blockchain and perpetually visible. So that's pretty cool. I dig that. We go ahead, we look at the social media. So 3.8 thousand members on Reddit, 81 that are currently active. Twitter only has 63,000 total followers. They do have a Medium page, and I love Medium pages. I'm the nerd who reads through every single one and tries to find that one line in there that can give me an edge and a curve in investing in stuff above everybody else. And so I was very happy to see that they have a Medium page going. And then, of course, we had to pull it up on Lunarcrush and see from a social sentiment standpoint, how is the token doing? And it's doing pretty darn good. More contributors are covering the token, which is helping it gain more dominance. More people are engaging with that content. And again, when you look at meme coins, some of the main value that's associated with them is the virality, which is oftentimes driven by two things. One, the community who are out there shilling the damn thing. And then two, the marketing budget that's paying for people like me and other folks. This is not a paid video, by the way, but other folks who go ahead and cover the project and get some marketing stuff out there. And it seems to be pumping. Seems to be pumping. What else do we got here? Who are they targeting? So competitive market cap. I mean, I think it's in that vein of Shiba Inu. Look, especially when you look at the wallet, when you look at the decks that they're trying to put together. They could also go ahead and follow in the shoes of Saitama, which had a nice little run up last year, which I think is a scam. Saitama, I do not like. I do like Shiba, and I do own Doge. Unfortunately, I bought Doge up here. I was late to the party. But anyways, I digress. What else do we have? Let's talk about growth potential. So one thing that really stood out to me that I also liked, again, in the looking at this as a meme coin, 5% of every transaction is going to go straight into the marketing budget, which seems like a really good idea. Because if marketing is going to help you pay for influencers and help you kind of pump up the token and get the virality of this thing going, if you're able to put millions and millions of dollars into that thing, it's kind of hard for it not to be successful. You're paying for people's opinion, and you're paying for what that opinion's going to be, which is probably going to be positive. So, pretty smart. Pretty smart from a meme coin. Let's see, what else do we have here? Oh, all right. So, covering that growth trajectory thing, this is on their Medium page back on December 7th. They talk about some of the listings that they're targeting, including Bitmart, which is live now. You don't just have to get this on Uniswap. It's up on Bitmart. They talk about a couple others. One thing that I thought was super transparent is this right here. So listing on crypto.com, which they're in active conversations to try and do, there's a lot of requirements outside of just paying for the listing, I think trading volume, social sentiment, a whole bunch of stuff. But they mention that there's a $1.5 million listing fee. Okay, so when you go ahead and you have a token and you're going to go ahead and put it on an exchange, this is just something to keep in mind. Any token can go ahead and pay to be listed on an exchange. It doesn't mean that it's legitimate or that it's, an up-and-coming token to watch, anything like that. It just means that they took some of that initial money that they've gotten and they've used it to go ahead and pump up marketing by joining an exchange. I'm not saying that that's specifically the case for Shibnobi, but I just think it's really cool that they're upfront saying, hey, look, if we want to get listed on crypto.com, we got to get the trading volume up, and we also need $1.5 million to pay them to do it. I haven't seen anyone else do that. So I like it. What else do we have here? Oh, from a project stage standpoint, I would say we are super early. Super early on Shibnobi. They don't have any of their actual tools launched. It looks like they really started to gain some momentum in December. You're starting to see some of the social stuff pick up in January. They just got listed on their first, reputable exchange outside of Uniswap and Bitmart. I think it's early. Now, when we go to talk about tokenomics, So 5% of the liquidity pool tax goes directly to the liquidity pool to further strengthen the project's floor price. So the way I understood this, and I may misunderstand, if I get this wrong, hit me up in the comments down below. I'll pin it and everyone else can see it. So if I'm a liquidity provider, I'm providing Shibnobi ETH liquidity or whatever in their dApp, they're going to go ahead and take a 5% tax on any of the earnings that I would receive and go ahead and add it into the liquidity pool to help strengthen the floor price. I think that's how I understood it. In addition to that, with Tokenomics, 3% reflection tax from each and every holder is going to go ahead and be given anytime there's a transaction on the token. One thing to call out here, and this happened with SafeMoon as well. So right now, those burns are probably going to be siloed. So they have their Bitmart wallet that has tokens, and as transactions happen there, it's going to go ahead and take a portion and it's going to burn it. But those reflections may not hit the folks who own it on Uniswap, and the folks who own it on Uniswap, those reflections might not hit the folks who own it on Bitmart. If someone from the team or someone from the community sees this, and if I get that wrong, hit me up in the comments down below, let me know, and I'll go ahead, I'll pin that as well. And then again, we covered the 5% of every transaction going to marketing, which I think is super smart. Now, when we look at tokens, man, oh, it's not even populating right here. There's a ton. There's like more than a quadrillion. I don't know what's after a quadrillion. If you know what's after quadrillion, you're smarter than I am, and I respect you a lot. Hold on. It's on here somewhere. Oh, there it is. Total supply. So whatever's after quadrillion. So there's a lot of tokens out there. The good news is that it is fairly new in the protocol. This is the all-time chart that I've pulled up, right? So it launched in late November, it had a little bit of a rally in December and a little bit of a dip down, which the overall market did. I'm not holding that against them. But it's a lot of tokens. So, getting to a penny, it's going to be probably impossible. Mr. Bond, if you're watching this video, he's another YouTuber, covers cryptocurrency from a mathematical standpoint. Maybe Shibnobi is something you should look at. I think folks might value that video. What else do we have here? Oh, yep. So again, the market's where it's available right now. So it was originally on Uniswap, then it listed on Hotbit, and Bitmart just came up, I think, last week. Volume-wise, that's not a lot of money. Again, I think we're early. I think we're very, very early on Shibnobi. So we go ahead, we pull up Etherscan. I'm going to sound like a broken record here, but what I'm looking at is I don't want to see the lion's share, the bulk of the tokens held by a single wallet, because what would happen is if, let's say the token pumps in price 10x, that whale can go ahead and sell, crash on everybody else, and everybody else just kind of kicks rocks. They have the main wallet here, 42%. I believe that's the burn wallet. And then they also have a deployer wallet, which I believe is their marketing wallet. And then from there, you see kind of the breakdown of token holders. So nothing here scares me. I think how this is allocated seems on the up and up. Let's see, what else do we have here? So looking at news. Oh, hold on, comment. No, already got that comment. All right, looking at news. So they did have a CertiK audit. Scored a 83. I don't put a lot in these audits because it's kind of like a cookie cutter approach when each protocol is kind of different. And there's scams that pay for CertiK audits, and there's legit projects that pay for CertiK audits. So it's like really difficult to tell if it's something to actually care about or not. They did note 4 major issues in the code, and we're kind of jumping ahead here, but this is the main gentleman here behind the token. Hold on, let me scroll up, get his name. Cliff Fettner. What's up, Cliff? I like what you're doing over there at Shibnobi. Anyhow, Cliff, in this specific AMA, which was just, a couple days ago, went ahead and talked about how most of those comments from this CertiK audit were informational in nature, like text-based in nature. And that overall, he felt pretty good. So I don't put a lot into these audits, but take it for what it is. Prior to that, they also had TechRate audit the protocol. Certic is like the tier 1 auditor in crypto. I see TechRate pop up a lot for like up and coming cryptos or scammy tokens that don't want to pay money for Certic. But anyhow, all right, we'll take that in stride. They got that audit taken care of as well. Hold on, got another comment. What we got? Ron, what's up, man? Love the videos, bro. Thanks. Nah, man, I love you. You could be anywhere in the world right now, but you're right here with me talking about Shibnobi. So I appreciate you. Roadmap. Okay, so I think they're still going through some growing pains. Like, I looked at some other YouTube videos about Shibnobi prior to recording this, and they had a major website overhaul, and I bet that they're trying to get money allocated to go ahead and manage this stuff in a more professional, ongoing way. But they're getting some of this stuff knocked out, right? They're already listed on CoinMarketCap. They're already listed on Bitmart. They have these other exchanges that they're looking at. I would be super surprised if they're listed at Binance anytime soon. Like, Binance, listing on Binance is just such a pain. It's like listing on Coinbase. Same thing. Just a huge, huge thing to try and do. I know that they are out there paying influencers. Again, this is not a sponsored video. I'm not sponsored by them. I didn't even know this protocol existed until literally this morning when I looked at the survey results and began researching it. Now, when we look to kind of the main things to look forward, so the Dojo swap, the 2FA wallet, and the establishment of their blockchain, I think this all has potential because they actually have a leader in Cliff and team who has technology background. Let's see, where are you at, Cliff? Yeah, Cliff. That just pulled up right here. Hold on. Why talk about it when I could show it to you? Right here. So, director of engineering, IT manager for the last 26 years. And in all the conversations that I've pulled up from Cliff, he seems like an honest, transparent dude. If he doesn't know the answer, he says he doesn't know the answer. If he says something jacked up, he says it's jacked up. Like, it's no smoke and mirrors. So I feel pretty good. I feel pretty good about that. What else here? Oh, I know. So this is just... hold on, we got more comments. What we got? This channel is a scam. Scam! This channel's not a scam. I make... What is it? It's like... I think it's $10 for every 1,000 views. You know, I'm not making enough money to be a scam. If I was a scam, I would own Shibnobi tokens and be out here pumping it, and then after the thing rocketed, then I'd crash sell on everybody. That's what a scam would be. Okay, so this is another comment, and this is just more, soft, floating, not really tangible, but I hopped into the Telegram, which apparently they do daily, almost 24/7, like live video calls where they answered questions from the community. And this gentleman here, I don't know your name, I'm so sorry, but I hopped in there and I started listening, and I was like totally prepared for, like just a typical meme coin scam garbage that just is all across crypto right now. And he was talking with a Shibnobi believer, and the guy was talking about how, he had a little bit of run-in with the law and a little bit of issues with substance abuse, and he was entering a recovery program and trying to, get himself back up on his feet. And this dude did nothing but just give him absolutely awesome life advice and give him some support, tell him to stick with a good crowd, tell him to keep working on himself. And I mean, take it for what you will, but I'm just impressed that, 11 o'clock Pacific time, I can hop in, randomly eavesdrop on this guy on their chat, and he's in there actually doing some cool, nice stuff, trying to help people out. Does it mean it's not a scam? No. Totally could be a scam. It could be like, makeup on a pig. Well, no, how's it go? Lipstick. It could be lipstick on a pig. But my overall feeling, I feel it's on the up and up. All right, so let's wrap this thing up here. So pros. I think we have Cliff, who is... Sorry, Cliff, didn't mean to pause you right there. I think Cliff is a leader with tech experience, which is a ton advantage more than most of these protocols that just kind of have like some random crypto holder who enters in and wants to create a protocol. I think that they're taking 5% of all transactions and diverting it into marketing. So that's going to be an engine that I imagine will just continue in perpetuity until, you know, people stop talking about it. I think going across all their socials and looking at some of their videos and stuff, it seems super transparent. I think we're really early because it's only listed on 2 exchanges with some minimal volume. I think from an intangible standpoint, again, me popping in and seeing this guy talking about some positive life stuff, it just kind of cool. You don't see that very often. Cons. Let's talk about some cons. So one challenge with meme coins that I've seen is that retail investors, who are the main investors in these things, are super impatient. So like these AMAs are fine right now because the protocol's small and really there's nowhere to go but up because it's still building everything. But when you start to have delays and you start to make promises that you can't keep, or people are starting to see the price trade sideways, or there's a massive dump and there's all this FUD, like how are you going to go ahead and maintain momentum when all that's coming at you? And I don't know if this team has been tested with that yet, but it'll be interesting to see. I think the other con is it's a meme coin. It's a meme coin. So this thing could absolutely go to zero. This could be just like a really, really good front that they spent $10,000 putting together, get a bunch of money in it, and they rip it out, and then it's gone. Absolutely could happen. And you lose all your money if you did it. So, yeah, that's kind of my synopsis. I like Shibnobi. I think I might buy Shibnobi. I'm not going to spend a ton of money on it because if you follow my channel at all, I like to think that I'm smart and I invest in projects that kind of have a long-term future based on their technology. But from a meme coin standpoint, look, you got to live life. You got to enjoy the moment. And I'll probably end up putting $50 or something into this thing. And if it goes to ashes, it goes to ashes. But yeah, that's my review. So I'm gonna pause for a second. Hit me up with any questions, comments, concerns, things I didn't cover in the comment section here. And then if there's nothing else, we'll go ahead and we'll wrap this up. I'll download the video and I'll get it back up on the channel probably here in about an hour or so. So let's see. Any questions? Last questions, comments, concerns? No, that's it. All right, guys. I appreciate you watching. My name's Ryan, no autopilot. We do these cryptocurrency breakdowns every single day except for Saturday, Sunday. I'm going to put out a poll later today asking you which cryptocurrency you want me to cover next. Make sure you take a look at that. I also did just create this Patreon where for $5, you can go ahead and support a creator that's giving you a lot of good content, I believe. And then if you have a specific token that you want me to cover, I'm going to be prioritizing Patreons going forward because I have like 30 different tokens recommended to me right now, and it's kind of hard to prioritize and allocate those properly. So anyhow, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the next video. Make sure I do this right. Bye.